And I asked you 20 minutes ago what wall you'd pull down. I said, the layers of the onion you've peeled back. I shared mine.
Yeah.
I said, with my girlfriend, I've started to tell her what I'm really feeling.
Yeah.
I've never done that before. What are those walls that you've recently pulled down so that people can come inside?
I've become much better at understanding how some of my symptoms of ADHD show up in relationships, which I just was unaware of. And so instead of taking total accountability, which I do, I take accountability for showing up, I'm now able to explain them so somebody can look for them and point them out when they're happening so I can take accountability. Because some of it's about awareness, right? And so I literally can say very early in a relationship, you may experience this with me, ... If it happens, I know that I do it. Please just point it out and I will know I have the tools. I'm just sometimes unaware that it's happening, right? And so I'm asking for co-creation. I'm saying, look, I'm in this. I take all the accountability for my own behavior. Sometimes I just need you to tell me when I'm doing it. And so I'm asking for help, right? And like I said, leadership is about very often just going first. And if either person in the relationship goes first, it gives a safe space for the other person to say, well, let me tell you about me. And I think being open to feedback allows you to give feedback too. But for me, the huge insight that I wish I'd known before, which is, even though I may have said it, I didn't know how to do it, the act of co-creation. Whenever you hear relationship, like really successful relationships, you always hear both the partners say, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I never really understood that. Like if it's I look at my great friendships, I wouldn't say there's a lot of work, they flow. But I guess the difference with a friendship is like, I don't have to see them every moment of every day. And I think the work is that act of co-creation.
I thought the work was sacrifice. When I had great relationships going, it's a lot of work. I thought, well, they're not sleeping at night and
right.
He can't watch the football every time he wants to watch it. I didn't think it was active work. I thought it was the stuff that you didn't get to do.
That's funny. Yeah, it's not sacrifice, it's service.
Yeah.
And again, it's really funny, my experience with the military versus private sector. So if I do anything pro bono in private sector, and this is since the dawn of time, right? If I do anything as a favor to a company, almost always they will continue to take and take and take and take until I put my hands up and go, okay, we're done. This is enough, right? In the military, it's the total opposite. I'll do something as a favor to somebody and I will never hear from them ever again. And the reason they don't call me is for fear that they will look like they're taking advantage. And I have to sit down with these people, these wonderful human beings. And I found a way. I said, do you realize I found a way to get them to call me, which is I'm like, do you realize when you don't call me, you deny me the opportunity to serve my country? And that gets them every time. But the reason I bring it up is it's the same in a relationship, which is when you don't call me and ask me for help, when you don't call me and say I need to cry, when you don't call me and say I'm in the mud, you deny me the opportunity, the joy, the honor of sitting in the mud with you. Not joy, honor. You deny me the honor, because it's not always fun. You deny me the honor of sitting in the mud with you. And I remember telling one of my close friends, I said, we were riding bikes somewhere, and I just out of the blue, I don't know why it hit me, I turned to him and I said, you're one of those friends that if I was really in the shit, I would call you. And his reaction is he didn't say thank you. He said, I'd be mad if you didn't. And I've done that to friends. I've done that to friends. A friend of mine who is struggling, I said, when we got off the phone, I said, hey, listen, I know you're in a bad place, so don't be an asshole and deny me the joy or deny me the opportunity to sit in the space with you moving forwards, okay? Like if you need to call me in the middle of the night, you call me. Don't deny me the opportunity to be there with you.
If you've previously handled the moment when they did call you by trying to be a fixer or anything, they're just not going to do it regardless of what you say. So do you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
The reason why I know this is because